I'm back! And today I went back into my Minecraft world in an attempt to get every single Minecraft advancement. The twist being that there were way too many mods. Before I go any further, please remember to like and subscribe. It really means a lot and it can help fund future projects on this channel. With that being said, let's get into it. I spawned into my world a little bit paranoid of the bugs and raptors, the weird bug things that I killed yesterday. No real goal in mind today other than just organize. Over time, the stuff that I keep in my chest gets really annoying to sort through. So I went mining for a bit and then decided to make a farm, just so I could plant some seeds and get some better food management and that one advancement that really sucks. While I was mining, I found this weird corrupted chunk of like end walls. I'm not really sure why in hell this would happen, but it was easy material for making the crops and other things more secure. And after I was finished with that, I created a wheat area and a carrot area. Once I was done, I ran over to an edge and made a small area to enclose some sheep, mainly our one and only friend, Mazer. But before that could happen, I ran inside and decided to get like this small wooden platform, as well as find the recipe so I can make an elevator to get to higher levels of my house. I had a spider eye before I jumped into the portal, got some quartz and got the hell out, because there were still gas noises, which were really annoying. I ended up making a few elevators and was able to access the first 3 floors. I went outside and counted how many I had, and I decided to structure it like this. Floor 1 would be the base materials, where I kept things from like vanilla Minecraft. Floor 2 would be the armory, which is where I keep my items to keep me strong and don't really fit in the other categories. Rule 3 would be the collection. This is the place where I collect my items that are collectible, like inventory pets and backpacks. Floor 4 would be magic, where I keep my wizardry and electrolove wizardry things. Floor 5 would be futuristic, where I'd keep my futuristic things, like magic guns and super powerful spaceships and whatnot. And finally, floor 6 would be dimensionalism, where I kept my portals and items from other dimensions. The roof is where I would keep random things so I could fly, mainly rockets, missiles, turrets, and probably some kind of plane or something. I heard some really weird noises. Before I got back to work making my boiler, so I could make some super soldier serum and get that flowing through my veins. Then I went mining again for more iron and copper. This part. See, I had a lot of copper, but it was all from the Galacticraft mod, and after running back and forth trying to mine copper for so long and running out of materials and constantly trying to make this beautiful machine, somehow I managed and made it. However, I needed a generator. To get a generator, I need to make it all again with more materials, so I need to get the caves, and so I went down there to get nothing, but there was nothing coming up, so I had to check my chest, and I was running out of iron and normal copper, and I spent it all because I had to make new copper, and so I went down to the caves again, and I had to keep going back and forth, trying to make a freaking furnace. And then once I found out that I needed to make a cauldron, I had to go mining for more copper and tin and silver because Galacticraft didn't combine the two. Eventually, I gave up and just decided to make a new rule. Rule 5. I can replace modded materials with other modded materials of the same name. So if I have copper from Galacticraft, I can replace it with copper from Lootcraft because they should be cross-compatible. Oh, that part sucked. Eventually, I made the 2 things, got the fuel I needed, filled it up with water, got a bucket of serum, and injected it right into my veins. Boom. I was now a super soldier. With my newfound power, I went outside, grabbed Mazer and some of his friends, put them in the cage. Weirdly, though, he wasn't very hungry. No, it was almost like he was infested with something. Something that wouldn't make him want to eat. No, he did want to eat, but not wheat. No, he wanted to eat human flesh. Oh, wait, no, never mind, it was a bug. So I packed up, went to sleep. It was like 2 a.m. on the 3rd of July, so I figured I might as well go to bed IRL too. And then I checked my inventory to pack up and realized I had Koth. For those of you unaware, Koth, or C-O-T-H, or Call of the Hive, is a status effect that causes animals and creatures nearby to, mutate. See, every animal and creature in this world, other than me and a few other magical beings, have these, like, cancerous cells. Koth is spread from mobs infested with a parasite and forces creatures near you to have these cancer cells mutate into more parasites. Meaning those sheep that I just got into the cage, Mazer, they could be imitations, recreations. Think like The Thing from that one movie. Mutating mobs of death and destruction that just want to populate Earth. But I was tired, and I was not dealing with that stuff. So I dyed the sheep, put everything I owned into a chest, and then went to sleep. The next day, I logged in, put everything back, mined for a bit, freaked out a little bit over Koth. None of my sheep were, like, evil yet. I checked my farm and made myself a quarry to stop me from having to mine so much, got some markers, and then a weird thing happened in chat. 2? It confused me for a little bit. Who said 2? Why 2? Was it a bug? Was there someone on the server with me? And then I realized, this is the thing that tells you what level the world is at. The cancer cells have now mutated into level 2, and creatures were beginning to assimilate into fake versions of themselves. I tried my best to ignore it, and I just kept working on my quarry. I didn't really think it would affect me, but then I saw him. An assimilated villager. I killed him and ran off to a village after sleeping to see what was happening, but everyone was fine. Something was off, though. I don't know. Anyways, I took all the crops. Free food. I found a scientist villager selling an extractor, which could be useful later. Got them beetroots, carrots, made some more stuff so I could see the engines get to work. Ran over yonder to get some milk to see if that cured me from Call of the Hive, and yeah, so milk didn't cure me, but I killed that thing. I'm still not sure what that was. After the quarry was working, I need to get my superhero suit and ready, because I had a theory. If I was strong enough, with, like, all of the superhero suits and really powerful armor and such, then when the world corrupted, inevitably, again...
Maybe it would reverse some of the progression of these cancer cells, and they would disappear, and then, because I was super
Nobody
strong,
cares about your scientific time bullshit, loser!
Ever coming back.
So this wasn't really a, this is it, we're dead, I have to survive situation. It was more of a, can I get powerful enough before the entire world breaks into billions of deaths and destruction and weird skeleton host things. That was terrifying. The world needed time, and I was going to buy it.
I got some pipes hooked up and moved to a chest so I could keep everything inside the quarry mining, and then I started making chests so I could organize my stuff upstairs, sheared my sheep and dyed it all red so that I could make the skyscraper I have here look like the Lego Daily Bugle set. I thought that would look cool. These were going to be the letters. I realized I did the quarry wrong, and I started to find ways to get vibranium instead, because I didn't want to deal with the quarry anymore, so that I could make Captain America's shield, because today was the 4th of July. So why not get superpowers based on the most patriotic superhero first? Problem was, vibranium, it is rare. So I went on an adventure to find a crashed Kree ship. If you don't know what a Kree is, it's like a super powerful being from that movie. I went exploring to the end, and on my way I found both a mutant zombie and this weird, terrifying skull parasite that made me think of the freaking false Hydra living under the ground. I found a pink sheep, though. That was... Oh, yeah, and there was him. Eventually OBS crashed, and when I reloaded it, I was already there. You're just gonna have to trust me on this, because I'm not gonna record fake footage. I got some oil from Spill on the way there. I got some Kree Fresh. I got some Kree Flesh, some Vibranium, and a blueprint for her chest plate and boots. It was overloaded with parasites, though. So I went back home as fast as I could, and once I was there, I realized I didn't have nearly enough Vibranium. I was already terrified of how low the last trek got me, so I wasn't sure if I could go any further. I took a moment to consider doing some off-screen mining, but then I realized I wasn't going to do that. If I couldn't get the shield through my hands alone, I didn't deserve it, so I gave up. I threw the metal in the chest and did one last mining session before I was going to get off. Oh. I'm glad I did that. The inside of this mining session, I found this big cave. Had a troll, which dropped its hammer, iron, gold, coal, copper, and best of all, vibranium. After I got the blueprint, it was time to watch fireworks, so I kind of just dropped everything, threw it all into the chest, and quit the world. Tomorrow's goal, create an Enderman farm so I could crash the world and get the parasites removed. And also, I could make Cap's armor. I'd like to enchant that with all the enchantments I have on this armor, which means I am going to need a villager farm, but that's something that'll have to happen later. Oh, and thanks for sticking around. I decided to do something dumb afterwards that I regret, but you're going to have to stick around to see that last part, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. Thank you so much for watching. This series is a lot of fun, and it'd mean a lot for you to leave a comment and such. Have a great 4th of July, everybody. Or, well, I guess it's the 5th now, and some of you might be from, like, Canada or something. So you probably have no... I don't know.